I've always thought that Jay-Z's actual artistic greatness has been tarnished slightly.
Go ahead.
By his desire to want to make crossover hits.
That's a great take.
Most of his flubs
are
when he's trying to be accepted by the whites, when he's doing the dance.
Oh no!
God. When Hov had to do the dance for the chart. When Hov was chart chasing. When Hov was out here trying to be, hey, I know what girls like. I know what them, yeah.
Always be my sunshine. I was a Jay-Z fan. I bought Reasonable Doubt the day it came out. So when the first single off the next album was Sunshine, even though it pleased my ears as a poppy song, it wasn't what I wanted from Jay-Z in that moment. And that and
I'm going to tell you what you really didn't want. That music video.
Well, then that really hurt. You just go back and listen to the song now, and you're like, when I listen to the song, it's actually kind of crazy the way the drums kick.
No, it's a great song.
No, the way
get in the game to compete at a high level. I want to rock the biggest rooms. I want the most fans. I want to be the number one guy.
You're saying they want to be considered the best, so they want to reach the most people. When you're really at that point, and Hov has found this point at other times, obviously, PSA, I Just Want to Love You. When you're really in your bag, you can make that record and hit all the people who appreciate the quality.
When somebody is chart chasing, they're competing, they're trying to do this competitive thing, sometimes that's what tarnishes a legacy, right? Like, because when you look back on it, most of the mistakes you made were when you were trying to reach and stretch.
Because you thought you'd already done it all. So you were like, now I need to get the song with Lenny Kravitz or Sting. And you're like, no, you don't. You need to get another joint with someone who's really going to make a good song with you.
And the most important piece, and this is even our reality today, you didn't cherish the thing that you had. You didn't value it because you thought the grass was greener somewhere else.
They just said a bunch of bullshit. Listen, artistic greatness is not determined by the success of certain songs. Okay, as a major artist, Jay-Z and others has a responsibility to create records that will engage the largest audiences possible. Had he not done any other style of hits, y'all would be sitting here saying he's too one-dimensional. That's the crazy thing. It's like, what more do you want from me? I find it funny that a half black, half Jewish man is talking to another Jewish man and a Guatemalan woman about how a hip hop artist who's black shouldn't cross over. That's a wild ass racial dynamic that's going on when your whole ethnic makeup of this podcast that takes place in a efficiency is nothing but a crossover. And what does he keep talking about somebody doing the dance? Like, he keeps saying, oh, he did the dance, he's doing the dance. Nigga, you was doing the dance with Hot 97 for 13 years. What are you talking about? I didn't really listen to Hot 97 like that when it was on there. I'm not from New York. I didn't really listen to Ebro's show like that. I would see clips in certain interviews, but if this is how he was, now I'm starting to see what people was talking about. Listen, and everybody's entitled to their opinions, but it's just it's foolish to me because you have so much criticism 30 years after the fact. One of the pillars of Jay's artistic greatness is his ability to make crossover records that, while they might not be as enjoyable as his core songs or even his B-sides, but even in those crossover records, he still delivers legendary verses. It's very rare that you hear a Jay-Z song where he took a verse off. Let's talk about these crossover records. Let's talk about the Linkin Park album. Let's talk about, I guess, the Carter's album. Just stuff that he's done with other artists from other genres. See, that's a crossover. What they're talking about as a crossover is they're talking about hip hop songs that don't sound like his typical style. If you're truly a connoisseur of Jay-Z lyrics, you know when he's really trying and when he's just giving enough effort that it still hits. Like, luckily for Jay, he doesn't have to drop 60 points a game to get a W. And that's the beauty of his craft. And it's also funny that they're putting so much emphasis on criticizing the song Sunshine, which wasn't a bad song because Jay actually killed it with the flow. You know, the video might have been an eyesore. I'll give you that. But it's funny they putting so much emphasis on Sunshine when on the very next album called Hard Knock Life, he led with the lead single, the titular single, Hard Knock Life, and that's what actually broke him into superstardom. And y'all talking about some tarnished. Like, you talking about a time where everybody in hip hop was flashy with the Hype Williams videos. Everybody. So is Mace's legacy also tarnished? Is DMX and Cisco's legacy tarnished? Is Biggie's legacy tarnished? That's more of a testament to Jay's ability to adapt to the climate that hip hop was always in, no matter when it was. But I guess he was just supposed to rap about selling drugs his whole career, huh? Got you. Yeah, they talking about crossover. No, these are not crossover songs. He is a hip hop artist, which y'all are calling crossover songs are just commercial hip hop songs. And they sold because that's the point. Because it's the music business. So what are we talking about? Y'all worked in radio. Y'all curated playlists and what gets heard on the radio for years. How is this not understood? You know what? This is honestly, I really hate to do this because, you know, journalists hate when people say this, but it's true. This is the equivalent of Skip Bayless or Stephen A. Smith having strong opinions on athletes in a sport that they never played at the highest level. Seriously. Because it's so easy to look from the outside in 30 years after the fact, right? And criticize, but to actually be an artist and have to perform and compete at the highest level and to actually be one of the greatest lyrically to do it, not just commercially, and to have to maintain a solid balance of both sides of that coin takes a level of skill that none of these people have even reached in their own profession. Seriously. But bump all that. Here goes some Jay-Z bars.
Forbes got a list of everything Jay buys, and haters gonna say this verse is AI. But the answer is a sixer. Like Iverson, I crossed over, worked from Philly to Denver. Used to sell crack rock on these Brooklyn steps. To Rockefeller stepped it up to the Brooklyn Nets. J-Hove got $1 billion in pesos. Change clothes, put a CEO suit on and change roles. You could sell 1/3 of the label, I'm literally Hove. I'm the highest in the Holy Trinity, young.
You got music, you got a business, you got a product or service, but you're not making enough money off of it because you don't have enough exposure. DM or email me right now to get promoted on my platforms. I have 850,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 460,000 followers on Instagram. I have the following that you want to get seen in front of. I was able to increase the sales of this Amazon book off of a YouTube sponsorship with just 30,000 views. And I was able to give this artist 15,000 views with the Instagram repost in less than 24 hours. So DM or email me at bookingcranklucas@gmail.com right now to get more exposure and more money for your business.